good evening. They'll be rocking and rolling in Jackson a week from Saturday.
They'll be doing it to the beat of a different drum, heavy metal music. The rock show Michigan Death Fest 1 is being staged at the Jackson Optimus Sports Arena. It was originally supposed to happen in Detroit, and the switch has some people in Jackson concerned the groups promote satanic worship.
What can city commissioners do when a death fest comes to town? Not much, it seems. Despite receiving some calls from people calling the festival a devil-worshipping event, commissioners say the promoters have done everything by the book. That doesn't mean they have to like it.
I'm totally against it.
The concert, featuring 7 bands from as far away as Florida and Maryland, will take place here a week from Saturday. Ironically, that day has been set aside by commissioners as Jackson for Jesus Day.
One thing is for sure, Satan sells. No matter how you slice it, it's not the heavy metal bands like Black Sabbath and Kiss that are losing money in the current record industry depression. In fact, some new groups seem to be picking up that satanic smell of success. Is this a ridiculous notion, or is Satan rampant in rock? To some, the answer is obvious. Skull-headed monsters and demon-like figures are probably the most blatant. Then there is the upside-down cross, depicting a mockery of Jesus Christ. There is, of course, the sign of Satan. And there is the number 666.
His mother says he was a normal, happy boy, until he became obsessed with black metal music.
They become almost absorbed in it. It is a driving force. They have to have it. I hate it so much that I've seen what it's done to our family on a personal level. And I want to see it banned. I want to see it off the face of the earth.
Black metal music can be bought at many record shops carrying no warning. But Veronica Timms believes the music must be banned. Without that, she fears her son will not be the last to be sucked into committing sacrilege, and black metal music will leave its ugly mark in this country, just as it has in Norway.
It's been associated with satanic worship, suicide, and animal sacrifice. But is death metal music just hype, or something that could actually hurt your kids?
I think that's the power that people need to be aware of that's latent in that kind of musical expression. Certain kinds of musical expressions have the potential to serve as a medium for evil spirits to work through.
I mean, we all know that adolescence is a tough time, but it's amazing to see the lengths people go to express their frustration. It's sad.
Yeah, it's amazing, but I think parents have to really pay more attention to what these kids are listening to. Yeah.
A heroin addict needs his fix. I needed to rock.
But as a drug addict has to come down from a chemical high, so Kevin had to face the fact that heavy metal, too, was a false high. He remembers the night he faced the truth.
I came home drunk, and I sat on the edge of my bed, and I was just basically sick of myself. You know, I was so full of myself that I was tired of it.
Right there, in front of a liquor store, Kevin prayed.
I just threw open a bay door on the beer truck, and I just prayed right there on a stack of beer. I said, God, you saved me from this, and I'll live for you for the rest of my life. And I'll serve you the best of my ability. And that's all I can do, you know.
This is the high school in Teaneck, New Jersey, a school with a reputation for excellence. But like just about every other high school in America, Teaneck High has its own group of so-called tough kids, hoods, or burnouts. Some into drinking or drugs, others who aren't into much of anything at all, except heavy metal music. It's their way of belonging, their rooms a retreat from school and from cliques they can't relate to.
They got preps in here, they got the nerds, and they got, you know, guys like us. The preps, they're the ones who always wear like they're in friggin' Hawaii or something. They wear those 10,000 like multicolor shirts, and you know, like those idiots over there, and they go and play frisbee in the middle of the field.
Well, the build-up to India's F1 fever has gone foul in the midst of India's bid to portray itself as a big event destination. This is what happened. You're going to watch some pictures, shocking pictures. It was meant to be a rocking musical evening with fans swaying to Metallica's beat, but it all went horribly wrong. 20,000 fans growing restless after a 3-hour delay. Chaos beckoned, the organizers unable to control the crowd, postponing the gig for tomorrow.
Death, obituary, massacre, Morbid Angels. If you think the band names say it all, their guttural lyrics say even more.
I believe in the true God, the real God, not Jehovah.
Is death metal demonic or simply defiance? Religion or rebellion? Two questions that will continue to hound music long after the barking and growling ends.
It came from the Judas Priest album, according to Dr. Wilson Bryan Key, a professor of marketing who has written extensively on subliminal messages. He says the song Better By You, Better Than Me contains the barely audible words, do it, repeated over and over.
And each time do it is increased in hysterical intensity. So it's do it, do it, do it, do it. And we pulled 12 of those out of that one song.
Dr. Keaton sees images of sex and death in all kinds of things, from the Ritz cracker to 17th century art. He sees the word sex written in Lincoln's beard on the $5 bill.
Investigators discovered a mock altar set up at the home of one of the arrested. It stood covered with pornographic pictures and a devil worshipper's manual, according to the police. They say some of those arrested were members of a band called Ritual, whose name was sprayed on the church.
These folks picked the wrong church in the wrong community at the wrong time.
Still, no one knows exactly what the alleged satanic cult intended to do, if anything, with all those weapons. But as one investigator put it, they're anti-peace and anti-life.